Hey everybody, it's Mandy from Trouble Forge. So Missy and I have been going to the produce auction all summer, as we've talked about. Yesterday I got a bushel of peaches for $26, which is quite a deal. So I got 2 half bushels for $13 each. They were seconds. They're Madison peaches, which I've actually never worked with before, but I'm sure they're not much different than anything else. So I have these out here in the garage, brought them home yesterday. Yesterday we were working on the French onion soup, so I didn't have time to get to the peaches. So today I'm going to do peach pie filling. Gonna show you how to do that. There's a few ways to do this. You can do it with arrowroot powder, cornstarch, clear gel, any of those. There's a few variations. I'm gonna do this batch with arrowroot powder, so I'll show you how to do that. This is Jessica at Three Rivers Homestead's recipe. So if you follow her, you've probably seen this method done before. We obviously follow her all through the year, but especially in August during the Every Bit Counts challenge. So I wanted to grab a few peaches yesterday. I didn't need a ton, but I only have apple pie filling on the shelf, no other pie filling. We don't do a ton of pie, but we do use it in like bakes for breakfast. So like we'll put that in a pan and then maybe another jar of fruit and then do a crumble on top of like oats, brown sugar, you know, whatever, butter, and just make like a yummy kind of crisp or something for breakfast. So that's really what I want this for primarily. We really like, I'll put some pie crust in the freezer here this winter so that we have them, but we don't do those too often. So this is mostly gonna be for crisp. But anyway, these peaches don't look too bad. Jessica does not peel hers. My husband prefers them to be peeled. So I am going to get these peeled, drop them into jars. I'm going to do 14 quarts. And then I'll show you how to do the mix. All right, so I am going to double this recipe. So when Jessica does it, she does 7 quarts, or like the last time I watched her do it, she did 7 quarts. So I'm going to double this. You need 9.5 cups of water for one batch. So I'm doing 19 cups of water, right? 9.5, 18. Yeah, 19 cups of water. So I have 19 cups of water here in my pot, and we're gonna put the rest. All right, so next we're gonna do 9 cups of sugar, which I feel like I'm having a heart attack just saying that out loud. But like I said, I'm only doing 14 quarts of this. We really don't consume that much sugar on the regular, so it's just what it's gonna be. So it'll. All right, next we did 2 cups of arrowroot powder. We're gonna do half a cup of lemon juice, and then you can add cinnamon, vanilla extract, whatever other kind of flavoring you might want to add to this, but that's optional. As always in canning, those things do not affect the safety. All right, so I started my pot here. I'm just gonna put it on like low medium, so I'm sure it doesn't burn. I have my box of peaches here. You can see these are seconds. They have some spots. I have 14 clean jars ready to go. So I thought probably best practice is to get this started while I fill these jars, because it's not gonna take me very long to fill 14 jars. This is a fairly small project. It's just something I wanted to get on the shelf that we don't already have. All right, I was gonna peel these, but I don't feel like it. So we're gonna do these unpeeled. We're just cutting them into slices, dropping them in jars. Okay, so as your mixture is, you know, blending together or whatever, if you find that you have some clumps of arrowroot or clear gel or whatever route you're going, you can bust out your immersion blender and that'll get it all blended up. You can obviously use a whisk or whatever, but that takes like 2 seconds. I just cracked into my second half bushel. I have 2 jars to fill yet. I think I'm actually gonna do more than 14. I crammed these pretty full of peaches, so I think I'm gonna have more goo than is gonna fit in here, and I have some more jars here. So I think I'm just gonna fill as many jars as I have. Maybe I'll do like another 4 or 5. I don't know how many I have left. And just see how many peaches I can use up from this so that I don't waste any of my goo. All right, so I'm funny, and you know, I always say I'm only gonna do XYZ, and I never do. I do A, B, C, and then exactly. Missy thinks it's hilarious. Go all the way to Z. So we have 25 quarts of peaches here ready to go. I have my goo on the stove, so I'm gonna get my canning funnel, well, Missy's canning funnel, canning ladle, and put the goo in these jars, and then we're gonna wipe the rims super good because this is gonna be super sticky. All right, so this was super fun. I actually unloaded 2 jars to kind of refill, because as I was debubbling, they were kind of, you know, getting chopped up a little bit. So unloaded the 2, but I still have what, 22 or whatever I have. This stuff is super thick, but it was kind of very satisfying. You just want to make sure you fill it, debubble. It's pretty important to debubble with this because of the thickness of the goo. I actually have a good bit of goo left, which is kind of surprising. So I think what I'm gonna do is obviously gonna clean these rim super well. And then I might take this goo home, and I have a lot of blueberries in the freezer. Maybe I'll do a round of blueberry pie filling. I saw Ruth Ann Zimmerman do that the other day, and it looks delicious. It would be delicious as crisp or whatever. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with my leftover. We're gonna get these in the can. All right, so I was going to, silly me. I was like, oh, I'll use my pressure canner as a water bath canner. Well, the jars come up above here, which doesn't give you 1 inch of water above, so just kidding on that idea. But I'm using Missy's small pressure canner as a water bath canner. Obviously, I don't have it locked. It's literally just a pot with a lid. So I have that burner going, and then I have Jeremy's big pot over here that I have 20 quarts in, or whatever it holds. So that worked out great. They all fit in that small one and in this one. So we have both of those burners going. We're gonna let these process for, I think, 20 minutes. Just kidding, 25 minutes. So we're gonna let these process for 25 minutes. Once they start boiling, and it was a 1 inch headspace, I don't think I mentioned that, 1 inch headspace on these. And yeah, we should have amazing pie filling. I'm pretty stoked that I got like double what I was expecting to get from this. And this was from just 1 bushel of peaches, so 2 boxes of peaches, which, like I said, I spent $26 on. I got 20, what did I say, 21 or 22 jars. So I mean, I got a quart of pie filling for just over $1, and good quality pie filling. I don't love how much sugar is in this, but we'll mix it in with like just some fresh fruit, like, or fruit that I just canned in water or whatever, kind of offset some of that sugar. And it's not like we're gonna use it every day. So, and I use cane sugar, so I mean, I guess that's better than like refined white sugar. Next time I do this, I might try to do it and maybe cut the sugar in half, see if it sets up as it should. And I don't really get too excited about things like this not setting up, because like I said, I'm just using it in crisp. I really just want it for the delicious flavor of peaches in the middle of winter. So I will show you these once they come out, and then we're gonna be done with this project. All right, so back at my house, it is almost 1 a.m., no surprise. I have all of my pie filling down here. I'll work on getting this onto the shelf tomorrow. I am filling up these shelves really fast, and I am definitely gonna need to do some work tomorrow too. I have all these that need to find a home, all these that need a home. They'll fit, I just need to do some rearranging. So I am really excited about this peach pie filling. I had a little goo left over. I'm gonna do some blueberry pie filling, which I'm super excited about, so watch a video about that. As I mentioned, pie is not necessarily something that we do a ton of. We have apple pie filling on the shelf from last year, a little bit left, and we really just love it for a yummy breakfast option. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Again, you can use that basic pie filling recipe for any really pie filling with an acidic fruit. So if you have questions about that kind of stuff, let me know. See you next time.